Welcome back, everybody. 65% of you stayed.
More people.
We locked the doors.
The second set is $40 each, so go ahead. We're live on Shore Live TV. Is that right?
That's right. Shore
This is
Live.
Diana. Everybody knows everybody, right?
Yes, we do.
And it's Shore Radio, based out of still Binghamton, right?
Yeah.
Don Winfield. I remember years ago when I've been up there.
Jim Jowsey.
And Jim Jowsey. But Don I guess together they started it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Shore Radio, I played an event up there, and I've done a house concert up there for those guys. So one of several stations that we have. So is it live or is it going to rebroadcast or both?
It is both. It does
So
it
we're
live
live
right
now.
now, but if you go to shorelivetv.com, it redirects you over to YouTube, and you can see stuff from Party Gras, Lone Star Luau, all the stuff we've recorded so far.
Cool.
That's great.
Yes.
That's great.
I just got a note.
That you're on.
You got a gig at the Navigator?
Awesome.
If you remember, you get a note.
And if you want to talk about, didn't you have a virtual tip jar?
Oh, we do for you folks watching.
There you go. There
You go to my website, Dave McKenney, 2 E's, 2 N's. The E's are not next to each other, but the N's are.
I was just going to say.
ENNEY. People usually search for the Y. They forget the E on the end, and then they find that guy that runs that other site. No. DaveMcKenneyMusic.com. There's a virtual tip jar for the folks that are tuning in. If you go out there and help us make gas money to get over to Tampa tomorrow, that would be wonderful.
Yes. Yeah.
We're almost on E, so wherever the car runs out, that's where we stop and play. So in addition to making me and all my colleague friends and songwriter buddies look and sound awesome, Emily also writes and took on a project in 2016 and recorded Girl of My Dreams, right?
Yes.
Released it at Meeting of the Minds?
Yep.
So by virtual technology, Mr. Matt Vey is going to join her and help her share her music with you.
That's awesome. Thanks, you guys. I'm going to do a song for you that isn't on my album, but I'm pretty easy. It's just, I have the one album.
Good start.
Girl of My Dreams, which is here. And my hat, which I have very few of them. And Diana has one. Bruce Metcalf is my first Uber fan, and he makes it look really good. So, but I just want to thank you, Dave, for having me do a couple songs. So this song is not on Girl of My Dreams. It's an old song and a new song, both. It was inspired during an old relationship, but the new concept is that sometimes wine has a different effect on you than other kinds of alcohol. I don't know if you've noticed, like, depending on what you drink, it has a different effect on your state of being. Like tequila is like a brain freeze, and you immediately forget where your clothing went or whatever. But for wine, it kind of sentimentalizes things or maybe skews the past. So you don't want a whole bottle of wine in one sitting, or you'll end up ranting at the television by yourself late at night, which is not against the law, but a little bit weird. So all you want is just enough. You just want one glass to remember and one glass to forget. So this is called One Glass. We split that bottle wide, you and me. It was our conspiracy to spill and drain it. Left a Cabernet stain, like jewels they swirled. Some were rubies, some pearls. What's your pleasure? Red or white, joy or pain? The trouble with wine is it brings you back in time, but you cannot let it fool you. You won't fool me today. I keep that bottle away. Just once it will do. Or maybe two. Give me one glass to remember and one glass to forget. It's enough wine to blur those lines. One for when you cross my mind, then to leave our past behind. Pour me something red. Here's to us, one glass to forget. Maybe it wasn't that bad what we had, but am I thinking clearly? The wine plays tricks on me. We burned out too fast, we were not built to last. But for one shining moment, you had my smile in the dark. One cool sip of white brings back that night, the Key West breeze, palm trees swaying, and in the street there you stood, romantic and absurd. I had not heard the music you were playing. I'm better now that things are through for us, because the message in that bottle was not true for us. When we drank that cup, I left the dregs far behind, 'cause otherwise, you know, I just might try to drink till I remembered why. I might drink till I remembered why. Here's looking at you, kid, from across the room, kid. Your bottle's on its side, cork on the floor. You keep drinking for two now, me and you now. I won't fall like before, 'cause I don't drink bottles no more. Have one glass to the passion, one glass to regret. Feel it burn on your lips and in your chest. Tell me what it tastes like now, that you'll never find out how sweet we'd be. Hey, why don't you drink to me? One glass to forget.
Yeah.
Thanks, you guys. I appreciate that. Cool. There is mostly instrumental stuff that I've been playing. I've been a sideman for Scott Kirby and Peter Mayer and Dave McKenney, and meeting all these great musicians. So I only started singing about 20 minutes ago, and so I have a small body of work. Again, I'm an easy artist to support. But this song is actually an instrumental, and it's on Girl of My Dreams, which has 2 instrumentals and 4 original songs that I wrote with words. So this song goes beyond words, actually, and is actually, I thought instrumental music wouldn't have an impact with an audience, but it always gets a lot of support. You guys are great listeners and really vested, and I think you can feel what the intent is even when it's instrumental. So this is about a friend of mine who was having problems at home, and I said, what are you up to? What are you doing? And they said, well, I'm driving home slow, because they didn't want to go home. So this is called Driving Home Slow. Thank you. Driving home slow. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. Let's do something a little bit upbeat. This is a song, actually. Some people who were at I think maybe Bruce, were you the only one who was at the James White, other than Diablo Creek yourself? Right now, you guys were there too. Okay. So the great thing is I can keep crafting and recrafting these songs. And I did this one, and it's about sometimes the things you want to do in life, they don't pan out, but sometimes the best things in life, the best plans are not laid out beforehand. So this is called The Best Laid. I should have died 7 times by now, but I'm alive and kicking somehow. I'm no better than nobody else, still trying to figure that one out myself. 'Cause I shouldn't have walked away when I wrecked my car, and all the mistakes that were all my fault, they left me broke down, stranded on the road, halfway to nowhere, with nowhere to go. But if I knew back then what I know now, well, I'd make the same mistakes anyhow. Because of all the plans I never made, baby, you're the best laid. You slowed down coming around the bend, swept me off my feet and on the street again. You find the lost where you least expect. You turned my head so fast, I nearly broke my neck, baby. Something about you made me feel so fine, like I had power to stop the hands of time. And isn't that what we're all trying to do? Just turn the clock back 1 tick or 2. But if you said I was lost and you I'd find, well, I'd say you must be crazy and I've lost my mind. 'Cause of all the plans I never made, baby, you're the best laid. I had it all planned out, I was done, walking my own damn road. road, room for just one. But then you slowed down and smiled, jumped inside. And in spite of myself, you took me for a ride, the ride of my life, yeah. You said I was lost and you I'd find, I'd say you must be crazy and I've lost my damn mind. 'Cause of all the plans I never made, baby, you're the best laid. You're the best laid that I never had. Thanks, you guys. Thanks again to Jesse and Linda for having this party. I know they probably don't want any extra attention, but can we give it up for them for hosting? Laylo. Yes. It's awesome. And your neighbors are trolling by, too. Is everybody good? No noise complaints yet?
Let them complain.
You have any policemen that are neighbors, friendly neighbors?
No, we only have guns for neighbors.
Guns?
Guns
He's smiling.
and roses.
And roses. Thanks for hosting. Really good. So I'm just going to do one more song, and hopefully Dave McKenney will come back. He's chilling back there. What's up, man? Yeah, that's the way to do it. This is great.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
He's having more sangria, probably.
This song actually has something to do with Dave because I think we were in Williamsburg, and we were playing, what event was it?
Wounded Warrior.
Wounded Warriors benefit, okay, which is great. And speaking of which, I've been serving active duty since '03, and it's privileged to be in the Army. All of our veterans, current members, and family, would you raise a glass?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, look at you guys. All right, cheers, you guys, and let's drink to that. Thanks, you guys. Thanks for your service. So in Williamsburg, I played with Dave on a Saturday night, and at Sunday in the hotel at 4 in the morning, I just got out of bed and wrote this song. No melody, no chords, just the words. And it's called Laverne, and it's about my late mother, Laverne. She passed away in 1984 of lung cancer. She was a smoker. But this song is actually a happy-sounding song. People like this song about my dead mom because it's not about her death or my grief. It's about her life. So it was partly inspired by when I was on that trip with Dave. And it is on Girl of My Dreams, so if you guys are able to support the album, that'd be really awesome. Thank you. And my dad moved in after my mom passed away to take care of my brother and me. My parents divorced when I was very small. And my dad taught at my high school. He taught art, and I have my PE teacher here with me, Mr. Al Janielus and his wife Nancy, all the way from Chicagoland, but they live in Sarasota now. They're living my dream. Not only did I babysit their boys and run around the house, literally around the outside of the house with the boys, but yes, Mr. Janielus was my sex ed teacher. I hope you don't remember that. That poor guy. Can you imagine?
I did good, right?
You did very well, sir. Yes, I learned. No, I learned. It was freshman year of 1987. It's just terrible. But anyway, so not many people remember my mother, but they can know her a little bit through this song. So this is called Laverne. Her father says, "You're nothing like your brother was." But how can she live up to the dead? Laverne goes off to college away from the church. She runs towards all these things that break her heart. All the jobs that never come, the men that never stay. But she knows those things, they can't break who you are. Laverne only wants to make him happy, whoever he might be, that part of her unseen. It's a strange small part of me. Laverne tends bar at the 10,000 Horses. She used to the flame till it burned down, and it really did burn down. It's a smoky dive jukebox, no windows, down Roosevelt on the other side of town. Her marriage family fall to pieces, but she tries to solve that puzzle every day. And every night she closes the 10,000 Horses, just like those horses. She longs to break away. Laverne only wants to do the right thing, whatever that might be. That part of her searching, it still lives on inside of me. Mike would call the house when he felt alone after midnight and too many beers. He'd struggle and slur, "Where's the Vern tonight?" Then I'd have to say, "Mike, you know she's not here." Bill held a torch for her in school. My father he'd be if life had gone his way. They danced all night. She was such a good girl, but he knows she's the one that got away. Laverne only wants to love and be loved, whatever that looked like from day to day. And I agree that she's the one that got away. Laverne. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Thanks. Thanks, you guys. We bring back the life of the party. Dave McKenney, everybody. Thanks, Dave. Yeah, man. Let's play some music. Let's do this. Thanks, you guys.
How about that, huh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Dave plays that song beautifully, by the way.
I know. We should have.
I always wanted you to play "Girl in My Dreams," but then you heard
Oh!
that one, and I was like, "Oh, well, that."
I forgot about Girl in My Dreams. Oh no, Dave, I forgot about Girl in My Dreams. Can I do that real quick? Can I do one more?
Yes.
It's 4
Are you
minutes
talking to
long,
me?
and it's not depressing. It's it's angry and bitter, but it's not depressing. That's funny. You know what's funny? People are like, they feel sorry for me. They're like, "Are you okay?" Yes, I'm okay. I just write about I'm in a different point in my life actually right now. I did the album. It was out of a divorce, but it was also to stay alive as an artist because I no longer play for a living because my health is too bad. I run a desk. And so this is like my only musical outlet. So thank you guys for supporting live music, original music. Really, all of us. We need you guys. We appreciate it. So I'm actually in a different point in my life. I spent 2 pretty happy years single, actually, and now I'm in this interesting point where I've met somebody that I'm a little bit off guard because I was so happy by myself. Was not planning on meeting anybody. So I still don't, the jury's still out. You never know, right? I mean, I guess that's right. When you're not looking. So some people say, okay. But so this song, and thanks Diana for asking. This is the title track, Girl in My Dreams. And so it's really more snarky now than anything else. I'm in a different point in my life now, but I enjoy playing this song. It's kind of funny, actually. So, Girl of My Dreams. Do you love me? Am I good? I'd catch fire if I could. Make you happy, make you change, vanish in my own flame. Not who I am, but who you want me to be. Don't you love how I make you feel? But you don't love me, do you? Look in the mirror, fairest of them all. Good luck with 7 years. I can hear your pieces fall. What I need is something you never were, so put yourself together, because I'm not that girl anymore. No, I'm not that girl anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. She's gone, sorry. For your pleasure, your use, everything I was about you. Now I'm high off my knees. I'm the girl of my dreams. You wanna shelter, why don't I throw some shade? Cause I'll be damned if I lay down in the bed you made. Oh, I'm not what you had in mind. I fell short of your design. I could not stir inside your lines. Could not fix myself in time. You know I'm not your damn side man anymore. Not your drug godmother or the whipping girl you're looking for. I'm not that girl anymore. I'm not that girl anymore. So sorry. Shh. And I said the soft part loud. I'll give you something to cry about. Shoes on the other foot now. And I'll give you something to cry about. I said the soft part loud. I'll give you something to cry about. Are you serious right now? Yeah, because I don't want to hear you crying, baby. Not that girl anymore. I'm not that girl. I said the soft part loud. Hey, oh, why don't you put on your big boy pants, baby? Yeah, one leg at a time. Thanks again for listening, you guys. Girl of my dreams. So thanks. Yes. Thanks, you guys. Awesome. Thanks for requesting it. I forgot about it.
I love the attitude in that song.
I forgot about it. I guess I am happy now. I forgot about this song. Thank you, Diana.
You're
Love
welcome.
that.
Breakup songs seem like that.
They are.
I feel like getting pissed off now.
Unfortunately, Dave is in a very happy marriage with a wonderful woman. Sorry, man. You're just going to have to get your muse, your inspiration some other place. Elaine is the best. Got to bring her on the road, man.
Yeah.
She's awesome.
She's the one with the full-time job.
Oh, yeah, full-time job. We're not allowed to say that here. Not out loud.
You better leave from home.
Yeah, we need insurance. Well, how about it? You guys having a good afternoon?
Great afternoon. Beautiful,
Awesome. Beautiful weather.
Perfect.
Just another shitty day in paradise.
Yeah, really. This is my third event here at J&L's Lay Low. My third time. First time I played here was a surprise. And I come I come down the street, and Jesse and Linda were headed out. That was kind of the idea. They were going to head out, and then I was going to pull in. But I guess I was a little bit early, and the garage door had opened up, and I'm starting to slow the car down, and it was like I'm going to turn into the driveway, and I see Linda going.
Sheer off!
So I speed back up and go around the block 3 times so I can come back. That was a fun time, though.
Feeling this cold reality, Dick McKenney.
Yeah. Although I left it was 65 degrees, 72 yesterday.
I think it's skiing weather now.
It got cold again today. Remember the day we swore we wouldn't leave. Hot sun baking in the ocean breeze. Warm salt water licking at my feet. Shade of an old palm tree. Outside my window is a cold reality. Snow-covered hills are looking back at me. Drink a nice cold Corona, sex on the beach. All so close, all out of reach. Weatherman said it's a cold one today. White snowflakes are headed my way. Outside my window is a cold reality. Old man winter said it's 30 degrees. Someday my ship will come one's from 4 Hour Lunch Break. First song I ever had on beachfront radio.
Nice.
First song I ever had on any radio, except for my own.
Here's Beachfront Radio.
Mr. Jeff Allen, yeah.
DJ Jeff.
Yeah.
I got invited in 2012. I got invited to play the Beachfront Radio Songwriters Showcase. It was the first year they had moved it to the Smokin' Tuna, and hadn't put any albums out yet. And when I got done with my set, Jeff and I had met in passing at that point. And so when I got done with my set, he came up to me and he said, "Man, I don't have any of your music on my station." So I think he was a little confused as to why I was playing the Beachfront Radio Showcase. I think it was supposed to be Beachfront Radio artists, but and I said, "Well, that's because I haven't recorded any yet, but I plan to do that next year." And he said, "Well, you be sure to stay in touch with me and please send me your stuff." And so I did. And I sent him, after the first recording session of 4 Hour Lunch Break, we did 4 songs. And I sent him all 4 songs. And he came back and said, "Tune in this afternoon. We're going to debut Cold Reality on the station this afternoon." And then, unfortunately, our friendship, he and I's friendship, was short-lived as he passed just before the following meeting of the Minds, which I was again scheduled to legitimately now take part in the Songwriters Showcase for Beachfront Radio. But he pioneered the internet radio craze for us in our circle of musician friends.
Yeah, lasting impact. That's still great today, Beachfront.
Song I wrote in Key West, Florida. I was playing Margaritaville down there, and I had 6 gigs in 6 nights. You start on Tuesday night and you play all the way through Sunday. You stay in the apartment upstairs that they have for the band members. And it was a trip. I went myself, it was just a business trip, so I didn't have anybody traveling with me. There were no other, it wasn't like Meeting of the Minds where there's 98 other guys that write songs and play music in town. But, so I was, I had 3 hours a day where I played. I had, you factor in some sleep, and then, so I was faced with an incredible amount of free time in Key West, Florida. So, well, at that point, what do you do, right? I wanted to come home with, I wanted to show a profit on the trip so that I'd be able to do future trips like that versus coming home in the negative, so kept the drinking and partying to a minimum. Plus, I've never really been one to drink alone. I was determined to write a song. I figured with all that free time. I brought I have a single-speed beach cruiser that I travel with, especially when I go to Key West. I bring down there often, and so I started on Wednesday morning. I was awake fairly early, so I went out and jumped on my beach cruiser and went riding around. And then I did it again on Thursday, and I did it again on Friday. It became a morning ritual, and it's a great time to cruise around Key West if you want to kind of just not have to worry about mopeds, cars, and buses. There's absolutely nobody out at that time, pretty much. In fact, I remember going right down the middle of Duval Street from Fleming Street all the way to Mallory Square, right down the middle of Duval, and didn't have to worry about a car or anything. It was almost 20 years to the date of the first time I had ever been to Key West, Florida. And in my opinion, as I rode my bike through Old Town, the memory that I had from 20 years ago of how it looked was exactly the same. It felt like it just hadn't changed. And so when I got back to my room after the third day of riding around, this is what came out. Riding around this old town, it occurred to me things are much the same. 20 years have gone by fast, island fair in the past. Hope this palm tree paradise won't change. Riding around through history that was left behind for us to see by pirates, poets, troubadours and thieves. Passing by the old seaport where the ship boats they once held court. You can watch that southern sun fall into the sea. Hotels, bars, and the restaurants, places where the locals haunt, still line the streets. They've all aged with time. Still recall my first time here. Those memories are crystal clear. A timeless place like this is hard to find. Riding down through history that was left behind for us to see by pirates, poets, troubadours and thieves. Passing by the old seaport where the strip boats they once held court. You can watch that southern sun fall into the sea. Southern sun fall into the sea. Riding my bike around, riding around this old town, it occurred to me things are much the same. I decided to call it The Bike Ride.
I like that.
Thank you so much. It's on my album, Back in Time. 1 for 10, 2 for 20. Big sale going on today. That's cool. So we got, let's see, well, it's on about 4:30. I guess as long as you guys listen, we'll probably keep playing.
It works for us.
Bart was asking me if my Guitar was okay sitting in the sun.
It keeps the intonation a lot better than this thing does. For sitting in the sun, it actually is pretty good.
I wasn't all that concerned. I was more concerned about my glass of sangria.
We got more.
Who made the sangria? Linda. Heck yeah.
That's why everybody here uses koozies. Or turbas.
Or just drink it before it gets warm.
Yeah, sure.
How about that?
That is also an option, yes.
This is another one from the album Back in Time. Decided to do this song as a duet, male-female duet, and was very lucky to get our good friend Heather Vidal from Tropical Soul, Girls Rule, and Heather Vidal, the singer-songwriter, to sing the duet with me. So we were talking about wine earlier and mentioned about a bottle. You didn't necessarily need the whole bottle.
Right.
This one's about drinking the whole bottle. Turned and smiled at her as he walked out the door, the way he's done so many times before. She put her hand to her lips, blew him a kiss. She said, hurry home, be safe, you'll be missed. Wonders if she's getting tired of being alone. Scared she won't be here when he gets home. Watched him drive away, she started to cry. Just can't find a way to get good at goodbye. Said you better leave a light on for me. Don't know how long it'll be. I'd feel better if I didn't have to leave you all alone. Said, don't worry, I'll be just fine. I do this all the time. I'll be counting the bottles of wine till you get home. Called her from the road in the middle of the night. He said, I miss you, baby. How are you? You doing alright? Said, things are quiet here and the nights are cold. Leaves are falling fast, they're calling for snow. Said, you better leave a light on for me. Don't know how long it'll be. I'd feel better if I didn't have to leave you all alone. She said, don't worry, I'll be just fine. I do this all the time. I'll be counting the bottles of wine till you get home. Said, you better leave a light on for me. Don't know how long it'll be. I'd feel better if I didn't have to leave you all alone. She said, don't worry, I'll be just fine. I do this all the time. I'll be counting the bottles of wine till you get home. she's done so many times before. Bottles of wine. I think just the vocal that, oh, thank you so much, that Heather did on that is, no, thanks, that's just fine.
She did the whole second verse. Sounds great.
She did, no, we alternated. We
Right?
alternated between verses.
Okay, yeah.
The part where where they're referencing the girl, she put her hand to her lips, she sang all the girl stuff.
It's beautiful.
It's worth the $30 for the CD.
It's worth the $47. But for you, $52.
I charge $37.95, but they're on sale today for $10. We're clearing out inventory.
Special friends of Rick's.
Yeah. Oh, we should do a fun one. I'll fly to Mexico and waste a little time. Sit down by the ocean with some Cuervo and a lime. If I never make it home, I'll be doing fine. Oh, senorita, uno mas margarita, please come sit beside me for favor. It's not hard to explain how it takes away the pain while I sit and drink tequila by the shore. 3 weeks here in Mexico just isn't long enough. Last few days are in a haze, my head is feeling rough. Boss is blowing up my phone, he's thinking it's a bluff. Told him I was coming home just to pack my stuff. Oh, senorita, uno mas margarita, please come sit beside me, por favor. It's not hard to explain how it takes away the pain while I sit and drink tequila by the shore. Gonna say adios to the rat race, keep my feet planted firmly in the sand. Live this life of ease and secret, where forever I will live a happy man. Oh, senorita, uno mas margarita, please come sit beside me, por favor. It's not hard to explain how it takes away the pain. I sit and drink tequila by the shore. My good buddy Bob Simpson and I wrote that together. As our co-writings typically go, Bob usually sends me an email with stuff that he has put together, ideas, and some of them are not so good. Some of them are quite good. That one there he sent to me, and I changed like maybe 3 words. And sat down, and of course it's Mexico and tequila, right? So,
Can't go wrong there.
gotta have a little Mexican feel to it, or whatever you want to call it. So it was pretty easy to. And when you're writing and you only use 3 chords, it's easy to write a song real quick.
How did you meet Bob again? Some sort
Songwriters, Bob. There's a NSAI, which is the Nashville Songwriters Association International, has a Central Virginia chapter, and Bob Simpson is really just a poet or a lyricist. He doesn't play guitar, he doesn't sing, but he puts these things together, and some of them are put together in the form of a poem, and some are actually have a great rhyming scheme and meter to them that where you can make them into songs. But he would come to the meeting, and the idea at the meeting was you'd come in and you would bring songs to share with the group, and everybody would critique them, and he would just read his from a piece of paper. And as we were going around the room telling everybody about what we've been doing, songwriting and all that, I mean, he's just like, I don't play guitar, I don't sing, I just write this stuff. So we were having a cup of coffee after one of the meetings, and I'm like, has anybody ever attempted to put your stuff to music? And he's like, no. And I said, well, if you want, send me some stuff. And we're about 14 songs later after that. So he just, he just has a lot of really cool ideas in his head. First one we wrote was Chat with Jack, the one I did earlier about Jack Daniels. Sunroom 1. I'm going to cut another version of it for the next album. Sitting in a bar room with a whiskey and a beer. It was my first time and my last time there. In walked the lady with her steely eyes blue. I said to myself, it's such a shame you're passing through, just passing through. Tell him I'm busy. Always on the go, just passing through. End up, I don't know, I just keep on moving. Every wind may blow, I'm passing through. Needing to make some money just to help me on the way. Enough to buy some food and gas up my old Chevrolet. Man gave me some work, needed someone to do. When I finished, he said, it's a shame you're passing through, just passing through. I can't stick around, just passing through. Don't know where I'll be bound, I just keep on moving. Even the wind may blow, passing through. By morning I passing through.
It's got kind of a Johnny Cash feel to it.
Yeah. He recorded it, didn't you know that? Sometimes I'll do that, like when I'm playing a public venue, you know, and hauling off on a ton of covers, and then I'll be like, you know, this is an old Willie Nelson song, and I'll play Chat with Jack or something, you know. It's only caught up to me once.
Someone busted you?
Huh?
Someone busted you?
No, yeah, somebody came up and said, I'm a big Willie Nelson fan. I never heard that one.
It's obscure. It's from his Beige album.
It's flip side.
It's the B-side, the far B-side. You know, Willie gets out there sometimes. I have to say, for two dogs and no leashes, they're not laying down, they're running around. They're actually very well behaved. So, yeah, it's good times.
Oh, and you can tell they like the music. They haven't come up here and lifted their legs on us. So.
That's true. Actually, there's a house concert, Conchi Joe's, where the dogs sang along with me. But A, I deserved it, and B, it was a song that I wrote called "My In-Laws Are Rednecks," so that's what they were singing. Okay, so keep playing. So this, I'd never heard this song until playing with Scott Kirby at the Hog's Breath many years ago. Such a beautiful song. I said, oh my gosh, so depressing. He goes, Jesus, God, of course it's depressing. That's why I play it. God. So that's Scott. And then Frenzy would play it. And I've never, ever heard it as beautiful as Dave plays it. Really beautiful song.
I hope is that thing still on? That's beautiful that you just said that.
I'm going to trash everybody else I play with and just promote Dave. How's that sound? I'm just kidding. I have to say, it's just, I love the way
I'm going to be playing in a bar somewhere. Emily Randle said I play this better than everybody. Go to Shore TV, Shore Live TV.
Yeah, you heard it live.
Dutchman's not the kind of man. Keeps his thumb jammed in the dam, holds his dreams in. That's a secret only Margaret knows. When Amsterdam is golden, in the summer she brings him breakfast, she believes it. Thinks the tulips bloom beneath the snow. She's as mad as he can be. Margaret only sees that sometimes. Sees her unborn children in his eyes. Go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above those idols' ears. Long ago, used to be a young man. Now dear Margaret remembers that for me. Dutchman still wears wooden shoes, cap and coat are patched with the love Margaret sewed there. Sometimes he thinks he's in Rotterdam, watches the tugboats down canals, calls out to them when he knows the captain. Till Margaret comes to take him home again, through unforgiving streets, trip him though she holds his arm. Sometimes he thinks he's alone, calls her name. We'll go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above those idols' eve. Long ago, used to be a young man. Now dear Margaret remembers that for me. Mill's world, the winter in, winds his muffler tighter. They sit in the kitchen. Some tea with whiskey keeps away the dew. Sees her for a moment, calls her name, she makes the bed up, singing a love song. Song Margaret learned when it was very new, and he hums a line or two. They sing together in the dark. Dutchman falls asleep, Margaret blows the candle out. Let us go to the banks of the ocean, where the walls rise above Zuyder Zee. Long ago, used to be a young man. Now, dear Margaret remembers that for me. Dutchman.
Very cool.
Well, I saw you get all choked up.
I'm going to play something happy now, please. I'm going to cry on my varnish.
Well,
Michael Peter Smith. Yeah.
That's why you got varnish.
That's why God invented varnish.
There's an incredible version by a singer-songwriter named John Gorka.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would look that up. I would highly recommend that. John Gorka, who also writes a whole bunch of really cool stuff himself. All right, well, you guys running out of here at 5, or maybe we'll run a little over? I didn't know if our buddy Lauren wanted to play a couple songs for you.
Yes! It's Lauren time, everybody. Yes!
Let me do a song, and you want to just play my guitar, Lauren? Or
That'd be awesome.
all right, that'll cost you $10.
It's not the first time I've played one of your guitars, man.
Really? You played my guitar before?
Yeah, not that one. Remember about 4 years ago over at Charlotte Harbor Parrothead Club, and I took over for Finn's because you didn't know the song.
Oh, I must have been drunk.
Could be.
No. Yeah, I don't know that song. Yeah, that's right, at the social.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I had to replace that guitar. No.
Hey, it was the first time I'd ever been to that damn meeting.
And you
And
get
it's like, you know, you can join the club, but we need you to play a song.
Indoctrination. Hey, Lauren, if you like the guitar, Dave will find the way for you to own one.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
He's got an in.
I love the sound on it, but
Yeah.
I really do.
Sure, he can get you a good deal.
I'm sure we'll have an artist program.
I need another guitar like I need another
I lost Emily. She'll be back,
band.
right?
Little buck.
You coming back, Emily?
Perhaps not.
Sorry.
That's all right.
Gone for good.
I'll join you on the foot tambourine.
I just finished this song a couple back in January. It'll go on the new album. Might even record it Monday.
Who's your friend? Who's your friend?
Want to spend a little time, sip a glass of sweet red wine. I want to sip it with you. I want to throw away our plans, walk and laugh and hold your hand. I want to walk with you. With you I feel so happy, and with you I feel so free. With you I know what life can be. Life can be whatever we want, 'cause it doesn't matter what the cost. I want to spend my life with you. From here to Zanzibar, I wanna dance with you. Wanna slow the sand in the hourglass, find a way to make time last. I wanna slow it down with you. With you I feel so happy, with you I feel so free. I know what life can be. Life can be whatever we want, 'cause it doesn't matter what the cost. I want to spend my life with you. If I have to get down on my knees just to say I beg you please, you know that's what I'll do. I promised you more smiles and tears, laughter, joy, and happy years. That's what I promise to you. With you I feel so happy, and with you I feel so free. With you I know what life can be. Life can be whatever we want, 'cause it doesn't matter what the cost. I want to spend my life with you. Brand new song, thank you.
Yeah, Dave.
Wrote that with Bob Simpson. Also, that's, I believe, the very first time you've ever heard that, right? I don't think you've heard that one yet.
I think you sent. Didn't you send me a rough of
Did I
it?
send you a rough of it? Maybe.
That you're singing it in the car. Hey, check this out.
Yeah. But that's about it. That's all she's heard, and look what she just did. That's Emily
thanks.
Randle right there, everybody.
Yeah, you guys. It's good times. You guys have been awesome. This has been such a great crowd.
You don't need to unplug when you're giving it over to another guy.
That's right.
I thought I was taking a break to go have some muffins, but...
Some baked goods.
Oh, you could.
All right. Everything you need is right here, Lauren.
Awesome, man.
Capo, pick, tuner, times it out,
Awesome.
hit it, brings it back.
I'm going to assume you got it more or less in tune at the moment, so...
Thanks for the vote of confidence. I appreciate that.
It sounded like it was in tune a couple minutes ago.
As far as I know.
All right, let's see how we get you out of here without like tripping over cords and such. And get me in here. Oh! And let's see, I hit the one on the left to unmute that thing.
Yes, sir.
This is not my first rodeo. So everybody having a good time this afternoon? Aren't they just awesome, both of them? All right, that's this pocket. All right, I had one that I was thinking of, but on for Emily because she's down here. But I'm going to do something a little different. How many of you been out to watch the sunset? Sooner or later, we all do that. How many of you seen the green flash at sunset?
Once.
Here we go. One of the awesome things I've learned over the years is that whether you see a green flash or not, time spent watching the sun go down is never wasted. Thank you so much. I brought my own stunt capo for that. Nobody ever traveled, very few people ever travel with these little shortcut capos. I first learned about them from Hugo Duarte many long years ago back in California, because he'd play with a regular capo and a short capo, and just like do all these interesting, weird alternate tunings without ever having to retune the guitar. And I just thought it was awesome what he could do with that. Who here wants to help me out with a brand new song?
How do you want us to help you?
Oh, well, there's an audience participation part. It's real easy. No, that's a different song. Basically on this one, it's a nice beach song that I wrote after a day out at our local beach here, which is really nice. I added a couple of things, but it's still a good day. When I say ho, you say way-o. And it goes like this. Whoa, way-o, whoa, way-o. Try it. Whoa, way-o, whoa. Oh, that's great. We got it. We don't even have to rehearse anymore on this. I love it. Let's go down by the water today. I got an idea.
idea. What do you say? I'll rub your back with the suntan lotion, relaxing to the sounds of the water in motion, hanging on the beach, soaking up the sunshine, laying on the beach when the weather's so fine, so fine. Here we go now. Whoa, 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 one more. Whoa, whoa, oh, you're great. We're gonna take this on the road together, all of us. I think it's wonderful. Get a bus. Smell the grill cooking jerk chicken. Hear the sounds of the laughing happy children. I'll pour us drinks from the jug in the cooler. Tasty rum punch. Ooh yeah. Laying on the beach when the weather's so fine. Hanging on the beach when the weather's so fine. So fine. Let's do it. Whoa. Whoa. One more. Whoa. Whoa. Now, if Emily were here, I'd try to talk her into doing a little solo with this, but that's okay. You've been working hard, darling. You didn't have to do that. Oh my God, isn't she awesome? You just gotta put up with a little bit of G and C here for a minute or two. Posing for a picture to send to their friends back home, thinking of escaping bad winters. I don't care if this day ever ends. Let's come back tomorrow, do it all again. Hanging on the beach, singing in the sunshine, laying on the beach when the weather's so fine. Thank you, darling.
Nice, Lauren. Yeah, let's do it again.
Very cool.
All right. I'm going to do another one from my most recent album. The album is called No Bad Days, which, I was going to do the song, but I haven't done it in a couple weeks, and I was feeling a little, do I remember how to do this song? But I got another song on there that I am going to do, and the idea on this, I'd been tooling around with the idea of a song. I've been talking with Jeff Brewer of Jeff and the Camaros about this idea, what could happen, what could possibly go wrong. And he wrote What Could Happen, and I continued tooling around on what could possibly go wrong. And one day I saw a post by Batman, Tom Melendez, and he posts a picture of this place down around mile marker 25 in Summerlin Key. And it's out front of a jet ski rental place, and there's one sign on this old beat-up dead jet ski that says, jet ski rentals, of course, but then there's another sign above it that says, free beer. And I looked at that and I said, well, what could possibly go wrong? what's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Let's strap 1,000 Roman candles to the bottom of this chair. I think that we could make it fly and hover in the air. We'll put out some old mattresses so you've got someplace soft to land. We'll film it all for YouTube. Now that's an awesome plan. You've seen this video, right? What's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Maybe someday we'll be laughing or wind up in somebody's song. I took a high school class in physics, so I know just how this should be done. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Take it back up, man. Well, we're chasing some big badass ghost who's haunting people's dreams. I bet you we could catch him if we just took across the streams. Hey, look, we finally got him. Sorry about the mess. We'll send an invoice in the morning. Pay it or be possessed. What's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? There are folks who think we're crazy, but we'll wind up in something's song. I've got this nasty proton gun, so cross your fingers and switch me on. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? What's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong? Maybe someday we'll be laughing or wind up in somebody's song. Not professional, we're professionals. Kids don't try this stuff at home. Now, what's the worst thing that could happen? What could possibly go wrong?
Lauren, I think you need one of them good guitars. Yeah. That sounded really
That's a nice sounding guitar. I mean, I love my Martin. This is a nice sounding one. If I need more guitars, man, I know where to go.
That sounded good on you.
I have a friend out in California, and he's got one of those T-shirts that says, "He who dies with the most guitars wins." Thank you all so much for hanging out an extra few minutes and listening.
Yeah, Lauren, that was awesome. Yeah.
I had fun. Thank you, man.
As did we.
Look at that, it still works.
Yeah, I didn't break it or nothing. I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
Microphone smells.
You know, with the Roman candles, like that's different from the helium balloon thing, right? With the lawn chair, you know, that Darwin Awards or something.
Yes.
The guy like they cut him loose and he ended up in the airspace of LAX. Like he lived.
I remember that.
I think he got in some trouble.
There was another guy out in Washington, and he ended up like 2 states away.
Oh no! Just kept floating. Oh no. Yeah. Well, oh yeah, that reminds me because the guy that went up in the lawn chair had all he had was like a scissors to cut himself loose and a 6-pack of beer. That's all he brought. That's all you need, right? What could possibly go wrong?
All righty. What's your, how y'all doing? What's your threshold?
We're doing great.
I was thinking we were going to do a tune.
What's your tolerance for?
I'm just thinking maybe we'll do 2 more. How about that?
Sounds good, Dave McKenney.
The hosts, they've left, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, they're gone.
They abandoned the house.
All right, so what we'll do here is we will do a beer drinking song. This is another co-write with non-musicians.
Damn non-musicians.
It's become very apparent to me that none of the musicians I know want to write songs with me.
What? You never asked me.
I'm just
Never
kidding.
asked me.
There you have it.
Just open
There
up
was
that
this-
can
There
of
was
worms.
just this, in all seriousness, there was this pattern in my life, or has been this pattern in my life, where music lovers that happen to be fairly good with words have approached me with song ideas. So every year now for the past 4 years, and this year will be the 5th year, I go up to Delaware and I play at Scotty's Bayside for the birthday party of a really good friend of mine, Mike Garish, and his wife Cindy. And they are huge music lovers and one of the early Dave McKenney fans that I can remember. And anyways, one day a couple years ago, they came up to me. I think I was playing Big Owl, actually. And they said, hey, we got this idea for a song about our friend, Frank. And I said, great. Just what I need, right? Because I'm thinking, well, these two, I mean, they like music, but, songwriting is, Anyways, they said, can we email it to you? And we'd love for you to put it to music, and you can help with the words any way possible. But it's a story about our friend Frank, and Frank's one of our closest friends, and he's always willing to help, no matter what. If you need Frank to help you, Frank's there. But the only condition is he's got to finish his beer first. Frank, I got to move the couch. I'll be right over, but I got to finish my beer first. Hey, Frank, will you help me build a fence? Yeah, I'll be right over. I'm just going to finish this beer. So anyways, Mike and Cindy sent me this email, and I opened it up, looked at the words, and thought, wow, pretty cool idea. I started messing around on the guitar and looked at it, and I said, well, I got to change that and that because that doesn't fit, but we'll say it a different way because they're saying something really cool there, just got to say it a different way. And I think like 45 minutes later, I turned my phone, I recorded into my phone the chorus, and Cindy Garish was just like, she sent me a text back, it's like, I've been trying to sing that chorus for 2 years. And I'm like, well, it's pretty darn good. You just got to think of, how you want it to roll. So the first version we cut on Sunroom 2, I think, or no, Sunroom 1. And came out pretty good. Folks were enjoying the tune. And then so we decided to go when I went into the studio, I said, well, this is one we definitely we gotta cut this tune in the studio. We got too many great musicians at our disposal. We put Emily on it, on fiddle, and my buddy Ryan Hearn, who's a great guitar player, did all the lead work. And I finally, after 3 or 4 years, was able to get Doyle Grisham to play some pedal steel on the album. So that was a treat too. So this is one of 3 songs that Doyle played on the album. So for any of you who are helpful, but you drink beer, you don't mind doing chores, this is for you. I forgot how the intro goes, so I gotta start trumming a chord. Gonna cut my grass, 'cause it's way too high. Gonna build me a shed, why not? I'll give it a try. I really am gone, but I got this thirst. Be right there, let me drink this beer first. Gonna split that pile of wood years out, I figure what the heck. I swear I'm gonna, but I got this thirst. Be right there, let me drink this beer first. Let me drink this beer and get my ass in gear. I know I really should, but it tastes so good. I got these good intentions, but they always seem to be cursed. I'll be right there, let me drink this beer first. I swear, gonna do it all. My wife said better, but I got this thirst. So I told her, let me drink this beer first. Let me drink this beer and get my ass in gear. I know I really should, but it tastes so good. Got these good intentions, but they always seem to be cursed. Be right there, let me drink this beer first. Now, as most of you know, nobody likes to do chores. Am I right? Most people would rather go fishing. Don't you think? Gonna drop my anchor deep in the Chesapeake Bay. I wanna find me a perfect way to end this perfect day. Gonna cast my line, leave the world behind, about a mile off Sunset Pier. Let my worries disappear, finish this beer. Let my worries disappear, finish this beer. Emily also sang harmony on that song on the record.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that? Yes.
Gosh. At Minimum Wage Studios. Which had a second floor with an old Casio SK5 keyboard, the one with the dog bark. And every day at 5, the local homeless guy would come in for a hug, it turns out. And the sound guy was like, dude, I have a client. Could you come back later? He said, okay. Gave him a hug. So it was really interesting. It's very friendly.
So the homeless guy had a PBR in his hand.
Wait, you probably saw this guy every day. See, I was only there for one day of the sessions. You must have seen that guy at 1700 on the dot.
Emily came down on a Saturday. And
don't know what PBR is. I do.
Pabst Blue Ribbon, PBR.
Blue Ribbon. PBR.
So Emily came down on a Saturday, and like I told you earlier, that was the last thing we did that day was cut the tracks. And then that was when I had this idea maybe she could sing some harmony. So we threw her in the vocal booth.
I love
and said,
that song too.
Sing harmony on this song, and she did, and we were like, duh. I knew that was going to be good. You know, if you haven't noticed, she doesn't suck. So. Anyways, so the dude comes in, you know, he just walks in the studio and he's got a PBR in his hand, and Lance is like, hey, you know, Lance knows the guy, and he's nice to him, but has a low tolerance for him. He told him to skedaddle. So we were coming back the next morning for an 11 o'clock recording session, pulled up about 10 of 11, parked the car, got my guitar out, and Lance, there's a fence with a gate. and you have to open the gate and go behind the fence to get in the door. And I open the gate to the fence. I walk in, and there's the guy, same dude, same PBR in his hand, sleeping outside of Lance's door, studio door. So Lance opens up the door, and I'm like, "Your buddy's still here," and he's like, Jesus Christ. Starts kicking him. Get out of here, man.
Well, it's a happy ending. He's not homeless after all. Isn't that nice? He found himself a home. I don't think Lance is happy about it.
Yes.
Dave, did he have any lyrics for you?
That guy didn't know. Just a PBR. He asked me if I wanted to take a hit, you know?
It's nice of him.
Nice of him.
All right, so a couple things. We want to thank you guys for spending your afternoon
Thanks,
here.
you guys.
We really appreciate it. This is the kind of thing that folks like Emily and I like to do. We strive to do shows like this and play our music for you guys, and you have been a fantastic audience. Our hosts, Jesse and Linda.
Yes. Thanks, you guys.
If you were wondering what the J and L stand for, now you know. We've solved that mystery. And actually, the first time I was here, it actually took me a while. I'm like, J and L's lay low. I'm like, no, I'm just kidding. Lauren, thanks for sharing your talent with us. Thanks for doing a couple songs.
Woo, Lauren Davidson.
Thanks for having me up there, man.
And thanks for spending your afternoon with us. We've got a great community in this trop rock world that we run around in, and a lot of great musicians, and they all become friends, and we do our best to support each other. Yeah, just buy my CD first, though. I did a show in North Carolina with Drop Dead Dangerous last September for the North Carolina Parrot Head Club, and we both had our merch out. Of course, they look like Walmart. I just bring CDs. They bring a portable fitting room so people can see if the shirt fits and all that. But I can remember when Kitty made an announcement over the microphone that they had sold out, and I was like, finally, I'm going to sell some shit. This is going to be great. I'm up there playing for 2 hours, playing my ass off. I get off the stage, and I'm standing around. I look at my wife, and I'm like, you sell anything yet? She goes, yeah, I think that guy over there bought a CD. Meanwhile, the two girls can't keep up with people.
Well, they do have plastic cups that change color when you put a cold beverage inside. It's hard to compete with that. Don't you want to drink immediately? Yeah. Give me that. Let me buy that.
Yeah. That's probably
That's
it.
pretty genius. Okay. There's a little.
Has nothing to do.
Nothing to do with their talent or
See that
anything
big
else.
elephant over there? Let's talk about the elephant in the room.
Yes, all right. Fair enough.
No, I'm just kidding. They're two of my dearest friends. And I've done many shows with Melanie, and I've actually done some shows with Kitty Stedman as well. They are great friends and incredibly professional musicians, and I wish them the best. I just wish they'd give me a head start on merch. That's all. Just give me 45 minutes. Keep your shit in the car for 45 minutes.
That's like me and Tom Shepard. Yeah.
Jesus,
Crazy.
Tom, talk about Walmart. My
You
goodness.
guys buy my 6 songs, and then it's like, boot, like this giant. Yeah, it's great.
He brings sales associates with him.
Yeah, he does. Bouncers, sales associates.
Only surpassed by Donnie Brewer.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, my goodness. I was at a Laid Back Attack, and they create a mini mart out there for all the musicians. Everybody's merch is in the same area. So, and they check your stuff in, they take it off your hands, they handle it for you. And so I gave my stuff over to the ladies that checked in and all that. Here's what I got, boom. And then a little later, I went over to check it out and see where I was located, and I was like right next to Tom and Coley's stuff. I'm like, is there any chance you could move me down, to over here? Could you put me before them and give me a shot?
People like that, we're never going to get those closets back at home.
Yeah, right. So we're going to close out with this tune. It's on Sunroom 1 and the studio album. Handed this over to our good friend Gary Green on harmonica and Emily The two of them, actually, it's amazing because I'll give it away. I'll just tell you this so when you hear it. They recorded their parts in 2 separate studios on 2 separate days, and it sounds like they were standing right next to each other.
It was a great opportunity. Gary is great.
Gary Green is
very
incredible.
Well done. It's awesome.
And she went first, and I told her, I said, Gary's going to be there. So she set him up.
He'll leave some space.
And then he was listening to it. He's like, okay, all right. Okay, that's what okay, so she told me, all right, good. That's, she was speaking to him through the violin and told him exactly what to do, and he did it. Time to reflect on all the joys I had known. Think about the good times, how they shaped my past. Tried to forget the bad times, I was lucky they didn't last. Remember to make those memories every single day. Remember to make those memories from whatever comes your way. Memories are all we have when it's said and done. Remember to make those memories. Don't forget to have some fun. Thinking back upon my life from the time I was a child. Though I did some crazy things, I really wasn't that wild. Always gave respect, whenever respect was due. But I must admit the most fun was when I played the fool. Remember to make those memories every single day. Remember to make those memories from whatever comes your way. Memories are all we have when it's said and done. Remember to make those memories and don't forget to have some fun. Short, who knows when it will end. Make the most of every day, that's my advice to my friend. Remember to make those memories every single day. Remember to make those memories from whatever comes your way. Memories are all we have when it's said and done. Remember to make those memories. Don't forget to have some fun. How about Emily Randle?
Thanks, you guys. Thanks. Thanks, you guys.
Why don't you have a seat right here? What do you think about that? You? I don't know what to say about you.
You want to kiss now?
Yes.
You all sit back.
Jesse, there's something sticking out of your ass.
Oh, okay. Well, Miss Emily, we have a tradition. We have a tradition here at Jane L's Lalo. We always have something to give to the artist who makes the first appearance here. And it's just sort of been a tradition. Dave already has one.
He's not getting another.
He's not getting another one. So it's an appreciation because we appreciate the musicians coming and sharing their time and being here with and our friends coming because we think it's a beautiful place to have music and we appreciate the musicians coming. So it's a token of our appreciation along with whatever you made this morning. And please donate again to the basket if you haven't. So without further ado, Jesse has it. It is.
Wow, this is awesome.
It's engraved with J&L's J&L's Layla.
I'd wash it first.
Jesse says, make sure I wash it. He had it in his pants. Oh, you guys, thank you so much.
It's a spatula. You can do with it whatever you please.
I was about to bawl my head off. Now I can cry and laugh. Thank you guys so much, you guys.
You're welcome.
J&L's Layla, everybody. Look at this. Aw, thank you so much. So beautiful. I'll never forget. Thank you.
2 days ago.
Did you?
I don't think I ever got any rain.
They use it as a weapon?
Indeed.
It
Indeed.
was early on. I don't know that you were doing that then. Next month.
Thank you, everybody, for being here on Shore Life TV. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, Jimmy Pappas playing at Jack Mosley's place. It's Jimmy Pappas Deep Tracks. So you won't hear Watermelons. You're going to hear a lot of classic rock.
Oh, more.
So
Thank you,
we're really
Diana,
excited about
Paulie.
that.
Thank you, guys. Diana,
Jimmy Pappas.
New Jersey.
Thanks
We
for
love
your
you guys.
support.
thanks for Shore TV. Thank you, everybody.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Diana.
Thank